I only need 1,000 fans for my app or apps, right? So I came up with this idea and I actually started thinking back, like, oh, actually, there's a book called that, and wait, there's an artist who did kind of something similar in a way, right? So the idea is, right, I just want to make an app that was able to pay my bills, right? If it can pay my phone bill, that's a win. If it's able to pay my rent, right, that's awesome. Imagine making an app and it pays your mortgage every month, right? $2,000 a month. That's a big win, right? So I was like, all right, if I could charge $3.99 for an app and I had 1,000 true fans of that app, 1,000 people who are like, this app works, it's great, solves my problem. That's how much you would make a month, and then this is how much you would make a year. Like, that's pretty dope. My first job paid me 50K, my first salary job. That's awesome, right? Mo Foods, if I had that many people subscribe to the Mo Foods Plus plan, that's how much I would make a year, and then that's how much I would make a month, right? And of course, that's not including the 30% cut that Apple takes, or 15 if you're in a small business program, or Google or Stripe. Revenue Cat takes a cut if you're, if you pass their threshold or whatever. Things like server costs, domain names, Firebase read and writes, whatever service you're using, for Self or Next.js, stuff like that, right? But that's still a lot of money. Imagine making 10K a month. You only need, I came up to, I was like, I don't need to be a millionaire off my idea. I just need like 5,000 people who would be down to use Mo Foods and subscribe to that plan. It's going to be hard. I mean, it's a lot of people, right? But it's not. I don't need 30K users. I don't need 100,000. I don't need 40,000. I just need like 1,000 to 5,000 people, right? And so the idea is, this is a book called 1,000 True Fans, and basically it's like for marketing or music or whatever. It's basically like finding 1,000 genuine people who are interested in what you got to offer, right? And there's a Medium article about it, right? And then finding ways to like monetize off those 1,000 people who really rock with you, like who really like your stuff. So I'm just like, I had these YouTube videos going up, but I really want to show you a guy named Ryan Leslie who didn't do 1,000 fans, but he like reached out to his realest fans. He made like 2 million off an album, right? And sold this many copies. I remember reading this before the pandemic, but he basically, like, to make a long story short, he made like he was getting, he's won awards like Grammys and stuff like that, and he's like, I think he launched an album and didn't get a lot of sales or whatever, and he's like, yo, how can I win all these awards and I still can't make money off my stuff? So he did something like text messages where he like gave people his number, and if they really rocked with him, like, text him or meet up here and buy his album, whatever. He sold it for like, I don't know, $12 a copy, and he made 2 million or something. Now, you can look more into it, but that's the approach I was going with my app. And I was like, oh, there's actually a thing called 1,000 True Fans. So this is my here's the idea. Here's my new goal, right? My goal now is, I'm gonna go, when I launch Mo Foods, right, and it's gonna get better, it's gonna iterate. By next year, I'm aiming for 3,000 true fans. Originally it was 1,000, right? If you go to Mo Studios, right, the goal is $5,000 recurring revenue, right? And you don't need like the one app. I'm building multiple apps, right? Imagine if I had Mo Foods who had 500 users, and then I made Mo Jobs or the other apps I have in mind, and then they got 250 users and 300 users here who are subscribing, like not users who downloaded, but people who actually paid or like your app and you solve a problem. You add that together, like you have a variety of apps. So I'm not building one startup or one company. It's everything under one umbrella. So yeah, and I'm making money now. But it's September and I still haven't made anything yet, but hopefully when Mo Foods drops and the app review goes, I can update this. But yeah, that's the goal. I'm gonna launch Mo Foods, and here's the plans I got, right? So $7.99, or here, imagine this, right? $7.99 for Mo Foods Plus, for the Plus plan. If I get 3,000 customers, 3,000, not people who download the app, 3,000 people who subscribe, that's how much I would make a month. Now, of course, there's other logistics in there. Like you have to take into account for logistical costs, like the cost of like the places API I'm using, things like that. The taxes, right? It's not gonna be that, but that's still a lot of money. Even if you were to subtract all that, that's still a lot of money a month. And I only need 3,000 people. I only need 3,000 people. I went to Build Space. I know what 1,000 people looks like in one room. Here, let's do this. 1,000 people in one room. There's like there's a website. It's probably show up purple. Yeah, visualizing crowd sizes, right? Here it is. This is what 50 people look like, right? This is what 100 people looks like. Let's do 100. If you charged $4.99 for your app and you had 100 people who you solved the problem for, right? That's how much you would make a month. Like, bro, you have an app that pays your phone bill, right? Let's keep going. You got 150, 250. This is what it looks like. 1,000 people. I'm going for a theater auditorium of fans, of people who like my app. Now you get 10K, that's pretty big, right? But I used to think back, and people used to, when I used to post online, I'd be like, hey, y'all think it's possible? Like, I'm worried about scaling. I'm like, yeah, scaling. And people are like, bro, your app is probably not going to hit that many people. That's okay. I don't need to hit these numbers. I just need to hit this number. I just need this number, right? And people will be like, oh, you should start small, 1,000. Well, if I aim high and I miss it, I'll probably end up in 1,000, right? Or I'll end up in 2,000. I'm going for a theater audience for Mo Foods. All right, here's the last thing I'll leave you with. How many people have access to the internet? Right, 5.4 billion people worldwide have access to the internet. Let's do smartphones. How many people have smartphones? Because I'm limited. I'm only on iOS. 4.8 iPhone smartphones. Now let's say iPhone, right? We just want iPhone. 1.3 billion. Now I'm only in the States. I'm only worried about the States. If we do the US, it is 100. That's how many people in the U.S. have iPhones in the United States, and the demographics like 18 to 24. Like it's usually young people who have iPhones, right? Now, if you do like, you can look up the operating system like iOS 17. How many people are on iOS 17? It's 66% of phones are actively running iOS 17. And my app is, you have to have iOS 17 or higher to run it. But you're telling me that, is it really unrealistic to think that I can't get 3,000 foodies, like people who love food, to subscribe to my app? This number in the United States, this is not even accounting for the like globally of iPhone users. You telling me that's not doable? That's not possible? It's 8.6 million people in New York City. People who love to eat food, the foodies in New York for sure. I only need 1,000 people, y'all, or 3,000. I'm gonna be like, this is why people like might be calling me crazy, but like $7.99, and I make this much off of one app, and it could be just 5 apps doing this. Like it could be 5 apps all together have 3,000 fans. That's how much you would make a month off your apps. Of course, again, you have to consider taxes and all this stuff, but even after taxes, you tell me, like, what? Even if you were to make half of that, or even 7K a month, bro, that's a lot. I don't know, bro. I grew up poor, so that's a lot of money to me if I was making 7K a month. All right. But yeah, man, that's what I want to let y'all know is like, the title of the video is I only need 1,000 fans, but I'm aiming for 3,000, and that's my goal for by the end of next year. Is if I get 3,000 fans on Mo Foods, or even altogether on my apps, I'm going to be a corporate dropout. Oh shit, you can see my Paris video trip. If I get 3,000 people who like Mo Foods, I'm gonna be a corporate dropout. I'm gonna leave my job. All right, 3,000 people, and that's $7.99 for the Mo Plus plan. I have $11.99 for the Mo Food Pro, and then I'm doing $15.99 for the Ultimate Foodie subscription. But here's a 10-minute video, 10-minute long video. I hope y'all watched it to the end. But call me crazy, call me what you want. But hey, it's not. It's possible. It's possible to get a theater room of users for my app. And maybe the question is, I'm trying to turn a 3-year plan into one. I think I can do that. I think I can nail this in 1 year. I just have to build something good, and then that's why I have to ship quick and iterate and get it in front of people. I think from what I've learned from other people, is building isn't the hard part. It's distribution, it's getting it in front of people, getting people to actually want to pay you money and download your app. That's the hard part. So I got to get over like this thing of just like not being able to ship and like get my ideas out. All right, I gotta stop the video because I think on YouTube Studio y'all watch like a minute and 34 seconds of my video. But I hope you reach the end, because I want to let you know if you build it, and if you're like, you can do it. You just need 1,000 people. Like, go build an app and charge $5.99 for it, and just get 1,000 people out of the 1.3 million, 118 million people in the United States who are running iOS 17. This is how much you would make a month, bro. Homegirl. Like, this is like, everyone's worried about AI taking their jobs, and I can't find a tech job. You got a skill. I know some people don't want to run a company and stuff, but it's going to take time. That's why I had a 3-year plan. Like, by the time, if I start now, in 3 years, this YouTube channel will have whatever amount, right? My apps will be out. I will at least hit some number, right? Start yesterday. Go do it. I swear I'm gonna hit this number. I think I could do it in a year. And if I don't lose anything. But I promise you, I'll have more than one person. I promise you, I'll have that classroom image that you saw of users, right? I lose nothing by trying to go for that goal. Worst case scenario, I fail, and I'm just doing what I do now. All right, y'all. It's 12 minutes in. Gotta end the video. But yeah, you only need 1,000 true fans for your software idea.